us.
Hey Gabe, could we start with Slater? How's he doing? And was it the home run last night that got him in the first inning?
He looked like he was in good spirits as we came through the line there in the clubhouse. He was smiling and seemingly feeling good. He just got jarred slamming into the wall there, trying to rob that home run, and shook him up a little bit. We were monitoring him during the game, and he felt like he was able to continue. We all felt like he was able to continue, but we felt like it was important that we protect him here and did the prudent thing and put him on the IL.
You said after last night's game that the runners in scoring position stuff tends to even itself out. What did you think of the approach your guys took, and what was different maybe about their approach tonight than the previous 5 against Bueller?
Yeah, I'm not sure that our approach is all that different. I can tell you, going into the game, we were going to be aggressive early in counts. I think we were able to do that. We also know that Bueller looks for chase as he gets deeper into the counts, but and so we had our mindset on also looking for a pitch to drive even if we got to 2 strikes. Again, these are not it's nothing too complicated. It's a pretty simple approach. It's really the same approach that we take against all good starting pitchers, and Bueller's excellent. We were prepared, and and I thought our at bats were of good quality, and we got enough big hits in today's game to win. I also felt like we had some opportunities to break the game open where we didn't. I'm always going to continue to, and we are always going to raise the bar for ourselves. So I think we can do better, but I thought today was a good overall effort by our offense.
Kerry.
Gabe, just what did you think of Camilo Doval's, inning plus that he gave you there, and how important was it for him to maintain the composure after the initial walk?
Yeah, I actually think he needed to maintain his composure after his warm up, which was not particularly sharp. And then, he came out of the gates just a little bit hot and, wasn't able to command his slider. I think Kurt did an excellent job of quickly pivoting to the fastball, which was the pitch that he could throw for a strike, until he gained control. And at that point, he was able to go back to the slider. But I do think Camilo did a really nice job of collecting himself, but he did a really nice job of getting back in the strike zone. And he was able to give us, parts of two innings, which I don't know that we were anticipating before the game. We certainly were aggressive, making moves early in the game with our pitchers. I think we had hoped to extend a few of them, but we needed to kind of support them as a few of them struggled. So we picked them up a little early, and that put Camilo in a position where he was going to be pitching to protect the lead, and I thought he did a great job.
Thank you.
Justice.
Hey, Gabe, there was a couple of big swings at the bat with runners in scoring position, but kind of looking at Duggar's in his first plate appearance back from Sacramento, just how important was that one in terms of kind of setting the tone for the rest of those first 3 innings?
I thought he set the tone there with the swing, and then I also thought he set the tone with the base running. The triples are pretty exciting, and we don't hit many of them. I don't think it's any secret we're not the fastest team in the land, but Duggar can really run, and so I think that was a fire up the dugout type moment, both for the swing and the big hit, and also for the triple.
And we've talked about Yastrzemski these last couple of days. I believe this is his first time reaching base 3 times in a couple of weeks. Just what can a game like this, not only getting a couple of hits but drawing a walk as well, kind of do in terms of, as you mentioned, about him pressing and kind of being able to take a step back and be able to relax more in the batter's box?
I thought Yaz's most impressive at bat was the bunt to the right side. I know that's going to probably go unnoticed in today's game, but both his and Craw's bunts, I think, kind of demonstrate that we can do a couple of things besides hit home runs, and that these guys are pretty savvy and have good timing. I don't think those are necessarily the reason we won the game, but I think they other teams around baseball are going to be watching that. They're going to have to position their defenders slightly differently, even if they're just thinking about it a little bit. So I think that was a nice kind of peripheral benefit for the game. And then I'd say like every step in the right direction for Yaz is going to create confidence. And we've seen Yaz when he's at his most confident, he can carry a team for a long period of time. So today was a good step in the right direction for Yaz.
John.
Hey, Gabe, how do you see the division race from here? You're up 1-25 to go. It's you and the Dodgers. People didn't expect you to be here at this point, and here you are.
I think it was a good series for us, John. Obviously taking 2 or 3 from a really good team in Los Angeles. And just like we have all year, we're just going to get ready for the Colorado series and tomorrow's game. We've got a quick turnaround. It's going to take all of our focus and attention. I don't think it's going to help us very much to be kind of looking big picture, the race and things like that right now. Get ready for Colorado is the mindset.
Well, you guys don't face the Dodgers in the regular season again, unless there's a tie and you play a 1-game playoff. But, if you meet beyond any time in October, in fact, how much confidence do you think this gives your guys this series today if you were to meet again in October?
I think one way to think about it is going into today's game, kind of looking at things on paper. You have your work cut out for you, right? You have arguably one of the top 3 pitchers in the National League in Walker Buehler. They have their full lineup is out there. In a bullpen game, they've got, lefties and righties who can really mash. Will Smith is in there for the 3rd day in a row. We've got our starting catcher down. You can just kind of look at it and say, this is going to be tough because, we're running a bullpen game. We're going to have to go through our entire pen and there are a lot of things are going to have to go right for us. And so I think getting through that game and seeing that, we're tough enough to manage a situation like that will give us confidence, not just for the next time we play the Dodgers, whenever that time comes, but also for this Colorado and Chicago series and this road trip coming up.
Thank you.
Sure.
Grant.
Hey, Gabe, with the last 2 bullpen games in the books in a series to Coors Field coming up, how are you taking the state of the bullpen? Are you saying, yeah, this is where we thought we would be? Is it better, worse?
Yeah, I think we're going to discuss pitching right now and see if there's any moves that we can make to bolster the bullpen. I'm not sure we're going to make moves, but that possibility is at least on the table. Mentioned this pregame in our chat. Having Gausman, Webb, and Desclafani, all 3 particularly Gausman kind of beginning to trend in the right direction again, Webb being as good as he's been and Desclafani coming off a really good start. I think we have to count on that as the reason we should feel good about this Colorado series. But, there's no doubt, like, these guys have worked really hard. We expected that we may have to, replace an arm and we may end up doing that.
Alex.
You mentioned Doval and his trouble warming up, and then obviously the 3-0 start and how wild it was. You've had that a couple times this year where you've watched a guy warm up and it's been a struggle. I mean, what was kind of the feeling on the top step there with you guys knowing that there's really nothing you can do in that situation with him coming in fresh and the bases loaded?
No, I'm laughing because, that's exactly what happens. You have a young pitcher on the mound, he's going to face 3 batters no matter what. And, you're seeing a guy who's having a difficult time throwing strikes in warmups and, throws the first pitch to the backstop. It does require you to, kind of take a deep breath. And at the same time, I think we can be measured because we thought about that exact situation prior to the game. We have an opportunity to use Brebbia there. Brebbia would be back to back. He has struck out a lot of batters. He has walked very few batters. He's pretty dependable, but he's also got hit around a little bit. And so, once we get through our other right-handed pitchers, we had used Zach Littell, we had used Jay Jackson, Dom Leon was not available. So now we're talking about, who's our next righty. We knew that might come up and then it might be Camilo, and we weren't sure, what to expect. However, we had conversations with Garvin in AAA. He had given us the assurance that Camilo is throwing more strikes. The last appearance that we saw from Camilo was lightning. And he's been fine in AAA. I wouldn't say perfect, but fine. And he's talented. When he came in from the bullpen, you might have, seen he's got a really, really slow heartbeat. So you don't think the moment's too big for him. And it's a pretty intense atmosphere out there. And he was able to collect himself and do a really nice job. So you're spot on with your assessment of how you feel in that moment. But we're able to kind of come back to center and remember why we made that selection in the first place.
Last one, Chris.
Gabe, with as close as this season series has been played, how fitting was it that your 2 wins ended on reviews on Friday and then tonight?
Thought it was appropriate. It was kind of fun. We were pretty confident that Yaz had made the play. Both the visual of it in real time looked like he caught it clean, and then we got the assurance that from our video guys that he caught it clean, and so we're just kind of waiting at that point. But this is theater. Baseball is theater, and these fans appreciate an exciting moment, and I'm glad that they got to kind of get really excited there at the end for us.
That's all we have. Thank you, Gabe.
All right, great. See you guys soon.
Thank you.